How about instead of targeting Shamil, since Shamil is also a god, in Vignaharta Ganesh, they portrayed Malkhan Singh as Shivai. That's the Hindu god show. That's the pundits and all the gurus. They got together and they said in our traditional time, contemporary time, they said who represents God in our contemporary time. They said a guy named Shamil Khan, and they said his grandfather Kuldeep Singh. That's me, Vishnu Bhagwan. So instead of fighting against me and Shamil, how about we work together because we are the two gods to look up to. I'm the guy who defeats Banda Sur, and he's got everybody else. So I defeat the Banda, and he defeats everybody else. And and here's another thing. Here's another thing. Stanford University of Law should have been accounted for being a fraud school. Maybe we should talk about that instead. Or maybe, how about I give you a few details about Stanford, the reason it's a fraud, and then you guys determine what's going on. Because for 200 years, they've been frauding their own origination. They've been frauding their own origination. They're making a school of law, and they're fucking rejecting the maker of law, the Khan, the Mongol. And it's written right there on Wikipedia. I take the proof and I put it everywhere. So if you don't want your own school, you're kicking out the people making your school, originating your school's profession, right? You're just trying to steal from somebody so you can take their profession and make it yourself, right? That's perjury. That's false parenthood, perjury. You're trying to steal the profession and say the guy who made it isn't allowed? What the fuck is that? Okay, that's one issue, right? The other issue is that this native land shit is all a lie. These native lands, these natives were just about to tell British Columbians that how about you guys get the fuck out of our land, and everything that's made and everything, all the technology and all the schools and everything is all ours. They were just about to say that to us. And all your property belongs to us, so none of its value is anything. So they were just about to say that until Canada's laws disagreed with them, right? So why don't you fight against Dharti Ma, which is the original motherland? That's why we say motherland. Dharti Ma is the Hindu version of God, goddess of the motherland. Dharti Ma is Lakshmi. Lakshmi is the goddess of wealth. They're trying to lie to us, the natives, just because they were here, and they're saying, hey, this is native land. And at first they agreed to say Indian native, but then they started lying and saying we're just some Aboriginal natives. But their people are white, so that means they're all Mongols. So there's a big dictionary etiquette that's missing. They're trying to say Parvati land. There is no Parvati land. The land is Lakshmi's, the firstborn goddess, not the lastborn goddess. The firstborn goddess is named right after the land. The last born goddess is named right after life and death.